Look over there.
You were right. It does look like a castle.
Probably a whole settlement. Let's hope the natives are friendly. Let's go.
يا حجي اجوا هدول العالم البيض.
روح حياكلوا.
نعم.
Well, they've been ducks, aren't they? Let's ask that fellow where we are. I wonder what sort of language they use.
Let's try French.
All the French I know is a few phrases I picked up in the last war, you know. Promenade avec moi. Où sommes-nous?
Gazzi, 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 Gazzi.
What's he gutsing about?
Gazzi Mali. Sheik, sheik,
He's muttering something about a sheik.
sheik.
I gather he's on his way.
Well, the only thing we can do is to await developments.
Rah. Kute
Hey, what are you doing?
Kudaki kursume madbeto. Kursume madbeto.
If you lay your hands on me again, I'll punch you right in the beard.
Take it easy. This is some sort of a sacred building, and you were probably sitting on one of their gods. The fellow seems to be a priest. See, he's begging the gods' pardon.
If I knew his language, he'd be begging my pardon.
Be careful, George.
Devil worshippers.
Devil worshippers?
See the figure of the serpent carved in the wall? It's supposed to be the image of Satan. They regard the devil as the agent of the supreme God and worship him as the creator of evil.
Come on, let's get out of here. Well, what's this, a May Day parade?
That's the high priest. You see the bronze peacock he has on his staff? Devil worshippers believe that the peacock admitted the devil to the Garden of Eden, and as a punishment was given a rasping voice but allowed to keep his feathers.
Look at those native girls. They seem to be in a trance.
They've been hypnotized.
Oh?
Hypnotism is part of their religion. They developed it to a perfection no white man's ever been able to approach.
How long will they stay that way?
For years, maybe.
What?
Or until their parents have made certain sacrifices to the church. Then the high priest will bring them out of it.
سلام سيدي. قريب جاي لهنايا.
Manun. I am Sheik Belnor. Welcome to the kingdom of Gazzi. Well, that's what our friend was Gazziing about. I'm afraid we haven't heard of Gazzi before. It will give me the greatest pleasure to acquaint you with it.
You speak excellent English, Your Highness.
And French, and German, and occasionally a little Italian. Since many nations covet my country's oil, I thought it wise to be prepared. At present, the English have control.
And we are in Iraq.
Yes,
I apologize for landing uninvited in your territory.
uninvited, but I assure you, not unwelcome. I'm George Torrance. Allow me to introduce my wife. Delighted, madame. And this is Douglas Everett. I'm honored. Your uniform, sir. Its identity escapes me.
Flying Tigers.
Ah, yes. The Flying Tigers. I've heard of their exploits, as dramatic as they are daring.
Those, I suppose, are your bodyguards.
A few of my household troops, sir. A relic of barbarism, I know. I can quite understand the contempt with which you are at this moment regarding them.
But I'm not. The Tigers weren't much to look at either. They're well armed.
Sheer preparedness. I cling to the fashions of my fathers, but I also like to move with the times. But about yourselves, I presume it's some misadventure. A most fortunate misadventure for me. It has carried you so far into the wastelands of Iraq.
We were flying to Alexandria when our plane ran out of gas.
Perhaps you could provide us with transportation to take us back to the nearest big city. To civilization, you are about to say? Why hesitate, my dear sir? We know very well that we are barbarians. We're quite reconciled to the fact. We've had some 5,000 years to accustom ourselves to it. This sword is a barbarous weapon compared with your revolver. But Madame is standing all this time. Devins!
Your Highness.
What are you thinking of? Horses for our guests.
Your Highness.
I trust you'll accept the hospitality of my poor house.
And transportation will be forthcoming later?
Time enough to talk of that, Monsieur Torrance, when you've rested and recuperated from your adventure. You will do me the honor of dining with me this evening? I hope you may find us not altogether uncivilized.
I'm afraid Your Highness will have to excuse our clothes.
I think perhaps we can take care of that. Devins.
Your Highness.
You are in the confidence of our mistress of the robes. How does our wardrobe stand?
Well, shipments from Europe have been kind of slow on account of the war. But in spite of that, up to date, Your Highness. Up to date.
Good. Then I hope, Madame, you may find among them some rag that you will deign to wear.
I'd never hoped to find modern gowns in the middle of the desert.
I sometimes have the pleasure of entertaining European ladies in my solitudes. And I find there is nothing like a new gown to mitigate the terrors of exile for them. As for civilization, you know, I always have at my elbow one of its most finished products. Devins. You will recognize in Devins a representative of the ruling race. I assure you, he rules me with an iron hand. Not always in a velvet glove. Eh, Devins?
Your Highness will have his little joke.
And now, Devins, the horses. We've kept our guests waiting much too long.
Your Highness.
Madame.
Thank you.
The horse, Madame. You were speaking of transportation, Mr. Torrance. Is your plane beyond repair?
Completely, I'm afraid.
Most unfortunate. However, I'll have your baggage sent for.
Thanks.
Your mounts, gentlemen. My home, madam. Gentlemen. 300 years old, but quite modern, despite that.
I had always imagined a sheik would live in a tent.
I believe that my ancestors, several times removed, realized even then that a tent in a desert would prove a little drafty.
I'm impressed, Your Highness. You're quite right.
Thank you. Oh, Devins. Timar will prepare Madame's bath. You will see that the gentlemen are sufficiently refreshed. Yes, sir. My home is yours. I trust you'll be comfortable. Until later, then.
Madam, servants are waiting through the archway. The last entrance to the left.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, this way, please.
How about those refreshments?
Very good, sir.
Rooms like this in the Arabian Nights. Wow. Oh, it's so beautiful. What an exquisite perfume. Take a lot of ladies a long time to use all these.
Yes, many ladies. many wives.
Oh, His Highness has quite a family. Now, Timo, what about those Paris frocks? Dress.
Dresses will bring many.
Oh, that's wonderful. Then I'll have a choice. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disorganize the rituals of the bath. I feel so helpless.